What brought me to the Crypt is I come up to Leeds a couple of years ago and I started working up here. Unfortunately I lost my job and I didn't have any options to turn to. I spent 3 weeks on the streets before someone suggested I should go down to Leeds City Council and see if they can help me. Went down to Leeds City Council and they suggested a Crypt. At first I thought it was a nightclub, to be actually honest with you. I think someone had suggested me to go to this nightclub, and I turned around to the person behind the counter and said, it's no time for partying, I should really get somewhere for me sorted. And she sent me down here. And from there on, it's just, I had absolutely everything from a really nice flat in Leeds to money that I couldn't dream of having ever, to it all going in the space of a week. It all just disappeared. So that's what brought me to the Crypt originally. So I lost absolutely everything and I had nothing to fight on for. Where I first started off when I became homeless was this place called Prostitute Alley. It was in the middle of Holbeck, it's behind the paper mills. My first week there, I managed to still have my mobile phone and it was working by the end of it. By the end of that week, 2 lads on a drunken night out decided they wanted to jump all over me. So when my friend come over and helped me, his name's Richard, and he's the one that suggested for me to go to housing. He's the one that said that you need to get off your streets and you haven't messed up any of your chances yet, so you need to keep going. So he took me down to housing, and unfortunately he doesn't speak much English, so he's not able to speak properly enough for him to get somewhere, but he suggested for me to go down. So I went down there and they suggested me here, and now Richard comes here every day, and I'm trying to persuade him to keep putting his name down to get a bed here because he helped me so much. I'm trying to help him back now. But what I don't think people realise is that there's 2 types of community in the world now, which is you got the homeless community where everyone looks out for each other and it's more of a family than people with money, because that person sitting on the street corner was me at one point and everyone just ignored me. And I didn't exist. I was the city's problem and not to be bothered with. But now I walk down the street with my head held high and I'll have my mate Richard next to me, and okay, he may look scruffy and all that, but it doesn't actually bother me in any way. You know, because he did more for me than anyone with money has ever done. You know, okay, it's one materialistic object, you're not going to take it with you when you go, so you might as well make as many friends as possible, right? It's not dark and horrible in any sense. It's actually a really light, friendly place. I had to nag a few of the staff to get me in the kitchen for a couple of days, but you know, that's about it really. Yeah, that was entertaining. But it's at the moment it's one of the best places that I've been to ever. It's managed to bring me, make me humble, if that makes any sense, because I see all these people that have been living on the streets for years, and I was only there 3 weeks, and I've been given an opportunity to get myself off of the streets and to find a new life for myself and to learn new skills while I'm here and earn new friendships, make as much friends as possible, meet as many staff as possible, help out as much as possible. It's actually given me some motivation to keep on going rather than to just, you know, sit back and do nothing. Unfortunately, you know, there's not much to do at this point in time because there's that many volunteers, but yeah, I'm going to get myself there. I'll get myself going. Yeah, before I come here, I found a private landlord, and the guy's name I'm not going to mention, obviously, is one of the best landlords in the world because he's held this flat open for me now for nearly 2 months. It's coming up to. And I haven't paid my rent or a deposit or anything like that, but the council said they're going to pay it, so I'm just waiting for them to pay so I can move out and then come back here to volunteer full time. But otherwise, he's a brilliant bloke, and that's my proceed to go forward. I had a job interview the other day while I'm still here at Crypt, which made it quite interesting because I wasn't sure what I could do, but unfortunately I didn't get the job because I wasn't qualified to a certain extent. But no, every member of staff that knew about it wished me good luck, give me some support, and that one of them come down with me, made sure I got to the right place, made sure everything's sorted, and everyone's just helped me as much as possible. And it's just a shame I can't give any more back than what I'm already giving.